Let's take a look at what does Saturn square Uranus means, because it is important for handling what's about to come in May itself. Saturn is dignified in Aquarius. It's a very good placement of it. Saturn moved in Aquarius around 21st of March. It will stay there for 2.5 years. As I mentioned, Saturn is all about structure. So the quality of Saturn shifts when it is in Aquarius because it becomes about giving a structure to your mind. Aquarius is an air sign. It's about the mind, it's about the speech, it's about innovation, but it is also air sign. Saturn is about suppression. So the lower manifestation of Saturn in Aquarius is about suppression of air, and many of us have seen that since Saturn went into Aquarius on 21st of March in form of social distancing. There is no natural circulation of quality of air to and fro between people, to and fro of ideas between people when Saturn moves into Aquarius. That happens because we have to find a new way to do that. Saturn in Aquarius is about discipline. It's about discipline of the mind, exploring the potential of our mind to think out of the box. And to some extent, we are being forced to think out of the box. Saturn in air sign is difficulty in communicating with each other in a traditional fashion. Thoughts are deeper. We are in isolation, which is pushing us to question things, question values, question the old. There's a stagnant air which is circulating within us, not able to have the superficial discussions with others because there's so much more going on in our mind. There's a unconscious manifestation of fear, loneliness, and frustration as well that comes out of it. But we have the fine capacity for concentration here, the thoroughness of the thought. You have to develop a purpose which permits you to participate in a larger expression when Saturn is in Aquarius. Otherwise, you will feel lost. Any of you, if you have Saturn in your 11th house, or if you have Saturn in Aquarius natally, Saturn comes in Aquarius every 28 and a half years. So if you were born 28 and a half years back, you know what I'm talking about because you lived this. This is you feel without an anchor. You feel without an anchor if you do not contribute in a meaningful material way to the society. So we have to transition from personal will to development of group consciousness, and it is coming through a bit of a push. The natural expression is that we become more sensitive to universal concerns. We feel responsible to contribute to the society, and whatever we are going to create in Uranus and Taurus, whatever materially we are going to create to generate value, finances, money, assets for us, will need to have a pinning of Saturn in Aquarius. That's why I said you have to develop a purpose which permits you to participate in a larger expression. Otherwise, in this new cycle, you will feel lost. You will feel responsible to contribute to the society in some way. Usually, a lone wolf would have to figure out how do I contribute to what's going on in the world right now. You will feel part of the collective in a way which doesn't mean that you have to meet the physical, but it is about getting away from the artificial society structure, the family, the religion, which is imposed on us. We feel socially conscious towards the collective, not towards the uh, society structure that was imposed artificially on us. We break from tradition here. There is a sense of commitment and participation in group life, but without an artificial creation of that society. So there is no imposition from birth that you have to do this. There is an impelling intent from within to do it. What happens with Saturn and Aquarius as well is that we get quirky ahead of time ideas, but they are grounded. This is a brilliant aspect where we can work hard to create our dreams, our goals, our hopes, our contribution to society in a concrete way. You can actually create something realistic out of your dreams, out of your imagination, out of your quirky ideas, out of your independent ideas. We want to belong to the world and contribute these quirky ideas in material ways. The structure will require you, though, to detox the old way of being socially, the old network, the old social life. You'll find this increasingly when Saturn is in Aquarius for next 2.5 years. Your friends will change. The people who you connect with or the structure of your connectivity with others will change. World Wide Web was formed, was made available to people. The way we socially connect completely changed with that. Last time Saturn was in Aquarius was in 1991 to 1994. That was the time when World Wide Web, internet became available for all. The source code was freely made available to all. And that something like that, a complete revolution of how we connect with each other. It was the time when Soviet Union stopped to exist. A structure of an old structure of network of countries came to an end. Our entire supply chain will go through a shift. The networks will undergo dramatic shift. The allies, who is whose friend, will go through a change both at a personal level as well as at an international level. There will be a shift in diplomacy, as I mentioned, because of Venus retrograde, but also because of Saturn in Aquarius. A single EU market was also birthed. Euro was birthed in Saturn in Aquarius. So the community, the groups, the treaties that are signed, there were multiple peace treaties that were signed when Saturn was in Aquarius last. We will find uh, people who were not natural friends before, they will come together. There will be union, which we have not seen before. We'll see innovation in space. Aquarius is all about space exploration. First man was put in space in 1962 when Saturn was in Aquarius. We will see different rights which will come into place. Basic human rights to protect consumer from false ads. Consumer Bill of Rights. That came into existence in 1962 under Saturn in Aquarius. There is a theme of network common people and new rules for common people that will come into existence. The lower manifestation and the starting manifestation is of suppression. With Uranus squaring this, there will be a fight against this suppression, as you are already seeing. We already started seeing that in March because Mars in Aquarius made a square with Uranus. Mars in Aquarius was all about revolution, people in society trying to fight against the the old way, the authority, the bureaucracy of the administration. And we'll find that increasingly happen in 2021. But this cycle of Saturn square Uranus can generate amazing revolution as well as evolution if we keep an eye on how to make best advantage of this. We we would be creating new ideas, inventions, discoveries. We will be taking ideas that are purely intuition. Uranus is like lightning wave. You suddenly get an idea about how to make money, but you don't know how to make money out of that. You don't know the structure of it. When Saturn squares Uranus, that is when that brain wave becomes a concrete business idea. There's a birthing of form that happens from intuition. All the tangible strides in the advancement of human civilizations, they have involved Saturn square Uranus. Birth of Magna Carta, all men are created equal. Ideologies which are to serve larger set of people, they were born under Saturn square Uranus. So it will be year of protest. It will be the year of innovation. It will be the year of experimentation. It will be most likely a year of a country's revolution. This is where American Revolution was born as well. But out of this will be birthed a new world paradigm. Higher manifestation is that it will stimulate new discoveries, technology that support people for long term, functioning of people in a new way. And all of that begins right now in Taurus season. We'll be putting seeds of doing that with the lockdowns ending. You'll find people creating ways to create money. Taurus is all about finance, about economy, about material abundance, about our security, about our safety. It's about our comfort, it's about our food. Methods to live in the new world. This is the catalyst of growth for that. This dynamic, erratic aspect that we have is the catalyst of growth that takes us to the next level. And Saturn is really strong right now with Uranus squaring our our thought process. Uranus is meeting Mercury in Taurus right now. We will rebel against the old. You would already be feeling that restlessness right now. On 26th of April, we had Sun meet Uranus, and then today, on 30th of April, 1st of May, Mercury, our mind in Taurus, is meeting Uranus. These are the times when brilliant of the ideas come. We are reinvigorated beyond restrictions. We are able to think beyond the safe environment. We are able to think beyond the old way of earning money. It's like, the messages that we have been seeing, right? It's 2020. Why are we still working in office? This is a new world paradigm, an evolved human intellect. We will see humanitarian focus because of Aquarius focus in it, but it will come at a price. It will come at a price of revolution. It will come at a price of loss of the past. We can expect a period of intense oppression, trying to suppress the uprising, people wanting to maintain status quo. There will be those as well. There is no status quo anymore. It does not exist anymore. There will be restrictions which will become unbearable. And in this unrest, people who espouse solutions that blend the best of old with the best of new, they will be the winners. Bear the offbeat ideas, the interests that you have. Find sound ways to apply that, to express them. Your idea, your job, your dream, your profession, it's all going to be shifted. It's all going to be shifted, and it will be expressed in a different way. You would be pushed to show worth of it. Practical way of doing things. If you're an astrologer, you're a healer, you are in alternate medicines, you would be pushed to create practical results out of your practice. And elaborate structures would be going through shifts. Aquarius is all about elaborate structures, and Uranus is sudden changes in elaborate structures. Supply chains, things are flying from 10 different countries before a car is made. Those kind of supply chains, they will completely be brought down and started fresh. This aspect can give enviable career success if we learn to harness the contradiction that will be within us. There are two parts of you which will be at war. Uranus and Taurus, which is saying inventing unique solutions. Saturn and Aquarius is saying, let's get practical. How does it contribute to the society? How is it in line with the new social laws? So before adopting a tech, an idea, this inventive thing you have, there is a need to see that the product works in the new rules, in the new economy, in the new network, in the new socially responsible way of doing things. Uranus and Taurus is all about being socially responsible, ecologically sound. People are going to be pushing each other if they find that they are not in line with being ecologically responsible. You'll find that a lot. We have to shift the way we treat the environment, and that will become a key theme. Saturn square Uranus will do one lower manifestation in my view, which is there will be a divide in the society, because this is two part of us. They will, who is right? Who is right? Is the traditional right, or is the innovative life? Wherever we are not able to find the middle path, we'll find that people will be having different and opposite views here. One is conservative and the other is over innovative, over futuristic. When I see the tweet coming from Elon Musk, that's how I think of it, because for me he stands for SpaceX, which is very much it's a Uranian thing to do. But then there is Saturn squaring that. So he's fighting against the suppression of innovation, or maybe he's fighting against not being able to make money, which is very much Taurus. But it's it's at the time when we'll see a divide of opinion in the society. People who are being shamed to have a different view, they will revolt. People who would feel that their different view is being suppressed, they are being taken as judgmental, arrogant, they will revolt against the rest. So in that divide in society, while the group movements happen and the connection to the larger is changing, where is my space in it? You have to help yourself detach from the resonance of the situation to see what needs to be done. What needs to be done, where new value needs to be created. And this is an aspect that breeds creativity, inventive ideas into sustainable achievements, into it gives you self discipline with experimentation, finding the balance between caution and risk, order, chaos, giving form to your uniqueness in a productive fashion. This is Rihanna. Rihanna has this. Barbara Streisand has this. Emilia Earhart had this. Bernie Sanders has it. Paul Simon had it. People who have aspect between Saturn and Uranus, they know how to harness their unique in a productive fashion. It's a bit militant. This aspect is a bit militant. You can look unfriendly doing it, but it will get things done. It can, things that are normally not possible. These two aspects get those things done, things that look impossible. And the thing is that as a part of that, old structure of life will be broken. But what is there's tremendous tension, inner tension. Whenever there's a square, there's an inner tension. We don't want to leave our comfort zone. We don't want to leave our old security. But there is this endless supply of creativity, spontaneity waiting for you if you are able to make that move. And I know this right now, you would have experienced this right this moment. So many people are going through that turning point in their life. With Mercury and Uranus together, there are people who are sitting in the preview of this square, and many people have made that jump, especially if they have planets in the early degrees of fixed sign. And fixed signs don't like to make changes. If you Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, you don't like to make changes. I'm a Scorpio rising, I know this well. I have Uranus on my ascendant. Despite that, you don't like to make changes, but this is a moment when, I don't know if many of you know, Picard Jones, he traveled the world in hot air balloon without stopping. It's that kind of aspect. It's the time to travel the world in hot air balloon without stopping. It's the time to do something which has never been done before. Napster was released. Napster was released in Saturn square Uranus, peer-to-peer, the birthing of peer-to-peer sharing. That was done in Saturn square Uranus, and it became a problem. It became a legal trouble because the rules were not taken into account. So at the end of Saturn square Uranus, in the middle of it, it was shut down. It was shut down at the time. So there are going to be sudden innovations which will happen, but the ones that survive the test of the rules and the regulations, they are going to be there for long run. And even if they don't comply with the rules and the regulation, they are going to make a dent in the society. They are going to make a shift. Napster changed peer-to-peer sharing forever. It is also the aspect in which the first computer virus came in, internet worm came in. So disruptors, I would say. So cybersecurity will become a key issue during this time. Cybersecurity will become a key topic even more than before. Internet attacks through different countries combining together on cyber platforms with each other, and sort of this will become a space and a cyber war versus a physical war when this happens. These two, the allies are made in space, Aquarius, and they're made on internet when this kind of energy becomes together. So I'm thinking ahead, but we have to look at the what has happened in the past, and whatever in the past happened in the Saturn Uranus cycle, that gets questioned. For example, the existence of euro. Euro was introduced in 11 countries when Saturn was last square Uranus. We had stock exchange reach its high when Saturn was square Uranus. Computer virus, the first computer virus came into existence. Then we had WHO. WHO actually gained its prominence during Saturn Uranus cycle. Questioning WHO, we're already seeing that. NASA testified to US Senate that man-made global warming has begun. So questioning whether we have paid attention to the warnings that have been given on that. And we'll find people who will find a way to go away around the restrictions, around those restrictions. UK banned broadcast interview with IRA last time, and BBC found a way around that. So we'll always find people and channels and innovators who'll find a way to get around the rules and the regulations that are going to come through, and that's going to happen. So this is getting all seeded, in my view, in May with the Taurus season. We are already putting down the shoots. We're already putting down the seeds of it, because the Uranus new moon, not the Uranus new moon, so I can call it that because Uranus was the key aspect in it. But the Taurus new moon that happened on 22nd of April, that was essentially laying down these new shoots, the harvest, the gains. We're putting the seeds of that. We're creating something which is away from mainstream way of thinking. We are creating something which is different, which has a different philosophy. The motivation to think and act here will be to separate ourselves from others, because Taurus is ego. It's our distinct identity. It's our independent worth. We'll be creating a separate worth for us. We'll be looking at, there'll be a desire to create value away from tradition here, our sense of identity, security, away from what we own, what we are attached to. This is, the shared, how do I say, the pre-loved community. The people will stop getting attached to things which are fixed. People will stop thinking that if I live in this house, this is it. No, the fixed assets will not be fixed anymore. So our sense of identity and security has to come from not what we own or the power that we have in the situation. We'll find that in different things. We'll find that in our mind. We'll find that in our ideas. We'll find that in our ability, our independent ability, our thoughts, our skill sets, the ability of that to create value out of nothing. So that's what I see, and we'll be seeding that. And I think it will serve all of us well if we think in that direction. And there are aspects that are beautiful, that are supportive for us to find new ways, of financial abundance, to find new ways of creating assets, to create new profession, to create new streams of income in the month of May. With Mercury in Taurus till about 11th of May, that's the time for us to do that. 9th and 10th of May, for example, they are excellent days to have a conversation, to have a thought process around it. And you might already be getting brain waves around it, because Mercury is meeting Uranus, it's brain waves. You suddenly get some shocking news, a shocking incident, or something that separates you from the past mentally, physically. Every month now, Moon in Taurus meets Uranus and Taurus. When Moon meets Taurus, emotionally we are shifted. So while Moon every month is shifting our emotional behavior, when this once in a year Sun and Mercury meets Uranus, we see a physical shift. And right now, that is how May is starting. May is starting with that brain wave. May is starting with Mercury meeting Uranus. It is saying that's the tone of the month. We're going to separate from what we have done before. We are not going to stay with the tradition. We are going to find a way to shift direction collectively by sticking to things that are good for people in our society and not disrupt each other's life in the process of doing that. We only discover what supports us when everything else we thought supported us doesn't support us anymore. I will never forget his words, Carl Jung. He was the god in his field, and his words are as valid today as they were hundreds of years back. It's beautiful saying. So look at your personal life, and look at where you can create value in that. We'll now look at each of the zodiac sign and where Taurus sits in your zodiac sign, and let's see where can we create something completely out of the box. Where can we shift? Where is this restlessness? How do I channel it? What would be the field I can challenge and channel in it? And we'll look at Saturn. Where is Saturn in Aquarius in your chart? What is going to suppress it? What is going to help it give structure? What do you need to merge? The two contradictory parts of you, what do you need to merge together to get that fantastic, fantastic material abundance for yourself? So look forward to that. Thank you so much. Good luck for me.